Hello, this is Chiak. We are back with another set of Darkness Within, the Pursuit of Loath Nolder. I kept screwing up the name previously. So, unfortunately, I do not remember what exactly I need to do. See, there's that. I mean, let's have a look. Some parch leaf, rope. There's something I'm supposed to read. I think it was this. It's amazing after I saw how this game exports, just how it just darkens after I render it. Like this, the background of this page seems fairly bright, but when I look at the video, at least the video before I upload to YouTube, it definitely dims. So either way, it is June 9th, 2011. Last night during our conversation, Ivar blurted out that he has a secret meeting place in Northwood Forest. Ivar Bergen has a secret meeting place in the woods. Okay. Yes, I clearly recall this because as soon as he realized that he had made a mistake, he tried to change the subject. After a short while, when he realized that I had understood him, he told me that he was planning to invite me there quite soon. First, he had to speak with some people whose identities he initially avoided revealing. He spoke about this place a bit and emphasized in particular that it had been empty for a long time, but from an aesthetic point of view had every comfort that people like us always seek. He told some tales about this place, which is far away from the closest habitation, and came about through a series of events that are mostly forgotten now. He told me that it always seemed to be a place of pure evil, without even taking into account a few rumors. It is not known who built it or when it was constructed. In time, it became an object of fear, which also caused people to be afraid of the forest. He left after that, telling me that he would soon invite me to this place where he and some of his special friends met. After he left, my mind was churning with strange thoughts. After so many gruesome things had been mentioned about it, it may sound strange to some people that I still wanted to see such a place where darkness and myths of dark medieval ages were imprinted. But things like that are the only things that matter to someone like me. July 15th, 2001. After quite some time, I got to see that special secret meeting place that Ivar had mentioned and promised to invite me to. During a stormy night, I had to traverse Northwood Forest, a place that no one wants to enter after dark, due to its lonely and notoriously twilight world, which can daunt even the bravest person. I drove my car through the forest on the uneven soil pathway between the dimly lit evanescent lights and sounds which resemble the nighttime frolics of wild fawns. Suddenly I saw, or thought I saw, some recesses which probably opened up to some underground clefts or caves, about which I had heard many tales during my childhood, since some of them are believed to be meeting places for witches. This caused my uneasiness to grow. Maybe the matter that caused me to be so greatly affected there is the 200-year-old incident that caused a drunk named Annibal Glaucio to scream horribly whilst running to the town on the uneven soil pathway and trails from that forest. He had been bleeding profusely, and because of his screams, he had caused everyone to wake up and gather around him. I read the story of craziness in a newspaper article as told by the drunk himself. In this article, he mentioned a group of people who had worn clothes made of animal skins, living in the small cave hidden by the forest at the foot of Northwood Mountain. After eating something, the strange group summoned something from beneath a dark well-like hole by pounding the palms of their hands onto the ground and playing a thing that the drunk described as musical instruments which was set up at the edge of that dark, well-lit hole. After that, as a result of the thing that had answered the group's call and come from below the well-like hole, the drunk had run screaming Adanoit all the way to the town, and I know that according to the article, all the local people accused him of being in a drunken stupor while in the forest and inventing the entire story. I had investigated the story and discovered that it was in accordance with some historical truths. I had decided that these are not matters that can be invented by a simple drunk like Annabel Glaucio. Maybe for that reason, that night, I proceeded through the forest with a cautious feeling inside of me. Now, I can't be sure when I reached that sinister-looking place situated on the cliff just outside the forest. The time was 2:00 in the morning. It was not large, but its old, darkened, waterlogged, and worm-eaten wooden planks made it seem disturbing, and since I could not discern its features in the darkness of the moonless night, it seemed to me even more formidable. With this manifestation, I couldn't help thinking that Edwin Pickman was looking at it when he wrote these lines. There it stands under sunlight, a marker to show it's still there, as black as a night with no moonlight, and its doom is laid so bare. Participating in the meeting were 3 strange people in addition to Ivar and myself. This one, see? No, okay. As time passed, our conversation got deeper, and I felt... Actually, I'm just curious if the historical truths... No, okay. Back to the reading. There were 3 strange people in addition to Ivar and myself. As time passed, our conversation got deeper, and I felt as though their verbal and facial expressions were emitting a penetrating, dense, evil sensation and a disgusting pressure which made me feel nauseous. At first, I thought that this feeling, which somehow I couldn't shake off, even though I firmly tried, was caused by the height and age of the place. But now, I shiver with fear much more than even that night, when I remember looking into their corpse-like dull eyes. I remember the fast movements of their exceedingly thin bodies, and their whispering in an unfamiliar language while looking directly at my face. Until morning in that worm-eaten building which is standing on that sinister cliff, we spoke about suspicious topics and unknown secrets without caring about the freezing effect of the whistling wind that blew in from between the rotten old planks. Maybe the thing that helped me not to care about the place, and most important of all, about those 3 cadavers, were the topics that enchanted me and benumbed me like alcohol. Okay, just hoping a location, a bit pinpoint on the location. These topics were beyond all ordinary human thinking and perception. They showed me some carved antique stone pieces and old books, and told me about the hidden machine that only Franz Mesmer dared mention, and about the powerful alchemists and magicians whose names are unknown to ordinary people. I couldn't help thinking that there were many more things that weren't shown to me. For a long time, I thought that I heard some strange noises that I could hardly separate from the roaring sound of the sea that accompanied the storm, which I didn't dare mention when I saw that the others were unaware of this. I can now say with certainty that this forest is not for sane people. It is a place where night creatures gather to worship Nexapi? I don't know what that is. Dancing, howling, jumping from tree to tree, and sacrificing in the underground passageways. I don't want to go to that rotten place, which now belongs once more to the forest. Nyx was a primordial goddess of the night in Greek mythology. Oh, worship Nyx by dancing. Okay. Okay. July 18th. I think I dropped my digital organizer in the well during my mad rush out, which frightened me to consider. I couldn't find it, although I searched everywhere in here, in my apartment, which is downtown, and in my office. This is very bad for a forgetful person like me who sometimes can't even remember things that happened even an hour ago. However, I don't want to go down there even one more time just to get my digital organizer. After all that craziness, isn't it ironic that I'm still staying here of my own volition? Okay, nothing. So that's the end of that. Okay, so let's see. Messages, calendar, strong scent. What is harmal? Harmal is a plant that has ethogenic properties. It is used in some region as a air purifier. Okay. I don't know. Okay, that's all the people he's got. So, what is there left for me to do? Oh. I didn't... Oh! Interesting. I didn't see what this was. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Okay, so this... There you go. Totally missed something. Don't know what's it for yet. Oh, we already opened this. Is there a way to, like... I think I already tried to underline the dates, right? Yeah, I already tried to underline the dates. Or I should say, the recording numbers. I had the opportunity to make some recordings in the worm-eaten place, which Ivar... Can I combine the, No. Okay. Okay. I gotta see this first. Nothing particular. I mean, I don't imagine this. No. Okay. What else can I do here? Showcase is empty. That's okay. Just having a re-canvas around. An indication of the strange interest Mr. Fields had. It's nothing we have to read. Can't pick up anything with this. You have another of his statues here. Okay, but that one we can't touch. What dates have been marked? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 23. Okay. Music is getting super intense right now. I'm just gonna write this down for myself. So we have January 7th and January 23rd, if I'm reading. Then we have February 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the 14th, it looks like. And February 1st is written with Dr. something. Okay, that's just about the mask. Very old books, volumes of forgotten lore. Nope, damn it. Didn't mean to click there. Okay, that's all it says. And we have this. Imagine we need candles or something like that. Okay. Let's back up. Go through this door. See, now that I saw that statue at the end, now I'm thinking that I missed something. Okay. I chose like the hardest difficulty and now I'm having problems. That didn't ring a bell. I don't quite know how this here works. This is still locked. Clark Field's residence. His house. So I think we need to find out where the Loath Nolder office is. Oh, whoopsies, this is not where I wanted to go. My bad. I want to go to the, this is Loath Nolder's office. See, so far there's a lot about the Clark, our murder victim, but we don't really have much. I'm Loath Nolder. Try and see if there was anything else in here I could take a look at it, view. Don't imagine like we can really use this book for anything at the moment. Line is dead. Whoopsies, that's not what I meant to do. Huh. Yeah, that's it here. It's really nothing I can look at. So it's just in the house itself. Now, clearly, the obvious thing is that I'm going to be missing. I'm missing. I missed the underlining something in the number of texts that I have. That, or I'm not using the combination thing properly. And that's where I got the key. Sorry, I'm just like, maybe I'm missing something here or a tool of some sort. Okay, for sure, nothing left there. This, I believe, is our bathroom, which is, like, most people would turn on the lights, sir. I'm just saying. Okay. I don't need to use it right now. Ooh. Wait. Favorite books of poetry, which we can't read. Oh. So you bought a painting of that poem, which reminds you of nightmares. Awesome. Sorry, I should totally be reading this. So when the... I don't know if I read this before. I feel like I have. No, I totally have. Haven't I?
No new messages.
I and my nightmares. Dream, the voice. I heard a voice or a deep, gentle noise that filled wicked lies with might. Within stone bed, the numbly dead can stay away from light. It was a phrase that was told in days of olden shadowed times. In dormant state, said the dead can wait for the time he is to rise. Oh, no, not this. Okay. For sure not here then. I think at this point, I do need to look up. I'm going to need some aid. To see if I'm doing anything right or if there's anything I missed, which is very, very likely. Okay, I'm gonna head back to the house. So right now I'm just going through the walkthrough, seeing if there's anything here that I didn't do. So let's see, the living room. So go right. Check the door on the left. It's blocked, not locked. Enter living room. Turn left, go forward to the main living room. Check picture. Take field notes. Read them. Learn about the exploration. We didn't have to, like, do anything here, did we? No, I don't imagine so. Okay. Okay, upstairs. Take the rope from the exit room, go forward into end of hallway, into room on the left of the clock. His bedroom. Did I see that? Let's go upstairs. Oh, I totally missed this door. It's humid in here. Okay. Okay, so this is what I was missing. Oh, well. So parts of this was burnt. And maybe it was because of this that mankind always tried and is still trying to overcome this obstacle with the help of some hallucinogenic substances. A lot of carvings and petroglyphs show us the signs of mushroom cults that existed thousands of years ago. Understanding the soul metamorphosis demands examination of far more complex and esoteric thought systems, together with the assorted theories required by these systems. It is obvious that the soul metamorphosis is not a state that can be achieved simply through the processes of altering the state of consciousness. It appears that from the illusion which were found in some of the ancient texts, the information about the characteristics of this state is insufficient and leads to even more confusion. But again, a consociate point becomes apparent. This is the probability that the hallucinogenic substances, which can be seen in most of the ancient documents, drawings, and carvings, may serve as a key or catalyzer. The most important example of these can be seen in the stories that are told about the secret Eleusinian mystery and the Kaikion drink, which were used in these rituals. They are very important in this respect. At this point, I want to continue with some examples from the strange and, in some parts, confusing book of the notorious German writer, philosopher, and alchemist Wolfgang Schneider, who lived during the latter part of the 14th century, and because of his radical thoughts about religious topics, was burned at the stake when he was 68. This book, that was translated into our language as Eclipse of the Soul, is really hard to find presently, and it is believed that original copies can only be found in certain major libraries. In the book, the parts which deal with a very ancient esoteric belief called Devursahe, that was said to be directly related to the metamorphosis of the soul, are particularly interesting. According to the book, in the Devursahe belief, the starting and the ending phases of the metamorphosis of the soul process are depicted with the eclipse of the sun. The writer asserted that this belief is based on an ancient oral tradition doctrine, but he also claimed that he had intentionally kept secret the sources which led him to this information. The information necessary to research this topic could not be found due to the secretive attitude of the writer. Yet, according to some ethnologists, signs of this kind of belief are present in the world. Another source that the writer used for proving his assertions must be mentioned and cannot be ignored. The source is a series of parchments called Summoning the One Who Lies Beneath. He claimed that the originals had been written in 1439 BC by the ancient Egyptian priests using strange hieroglyphs and some unknown symbols that are not hieroglyphs. He further emphasized that the one he possessed was just a copy of this original, brought by him from Cairo and might be dated 2200 BC. This parchment could not be found despite widespread searches by contemporary mystics. There is speculation that even if a parchment like this really exists, it probably resides in the collection of some rich occultist. The Summoning the One Who Lies Beneath is thought to be a compilation describing some preparations and rites written by an unknown cult that worshipped Apep and opposed the Ma'at. This is according to some Egyptologists, although there are some who disagree with them. The important thing here is once again the allusion to the use of hallucinogens. We know that there were mushroom cults in the Sahara Desert 7,000 to 9,000 years ago, owing to some carvings and petroglyphs. The fact that the texts and the diagrams in the book completely corroborates these historical truths prove that what Wolfgang Schneider had written about the Summoning the One Who Lies Beneath may be true. The Eleusinian Mysteries were annual initiation ceremonies for the cult of Demeter and Persephone, based at Eleusis in ancient Greece. All of the mystery celebrations of ancient times, these are held to be the ones of great importance. These myths and mysteries began around 1500 BCE and later spread to Rome. The rites, cultic worship, and beliefs were kept secret, for initiation rites united the worshipper with God and included promises of divine power and rewards in the afterlife. Kaikion was an ancient Greek drink made mainly of water, barley, and herbs. It was drunk at the Eleusinian Mysteries. Apep was the deification of chaos and darkness, and thus opponent of light and Ma'at in ancient Egypt. Apep was seen as a giant snake, crocodile, serpent, or in later years, in a few cases, as a dragon. Ma'at was an ancient Egyptian concept of truth, justice, order, and balance, and also a goddess who was the personification of this concept. Okay. A key. I can't even tell what I was clicking for. Okay, interesting. We can open all the jars. Don't know why. The wardrobe is locked. Well, we have a key. Nope, it's not, definitely not for that then. Okay. Well, obviously, we have an idea. There's that one place downstairs which we have yet to explore. This locked door. Let's open it now. Or I could do it next set. You know what? I'll leave it till next set. So, thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. And thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys. See ya!